G'day guys, this is Better the Vibe. Guys, we're gonna be reacting to some video regarding NBA. This one is NBA Draft 2025. Guys, there was one person that really stole the show. Obviously guys, we guys know NBA Draft is very important. A lot of young people come through NBA, whether through college or international, and some of them they make it, some of them they don't. But today I'm gonna be reacting to draft number 10. He had a remarkable story, guys. So yeah, guys, we're gonna check out this first video. Just about him being draft, and then we're gonna check out another two videos. The first one's gonna be highlights of him, his game and what he bringing to NBA, basically. And guys, if you guys know, like I said, his journey is very remarkable. A lot of people from our community related to his journey, but his journey is very special, guys, because he didn't have those privileges. A lot of people that immigrated to Australia here or overseas like Canada or America or UK. But he really had like I said, very amazing story. So guys, we're gonna go check out this first video.
With the 10th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Khaman Maluach from Rumbek, South Sudan, the NBA Academy Africa in Senegal, and Duke University.
Yes.
The clear emotion here for Khaman Maluach and his family.
This is when you coming from nothing, from absolutely nothing, What amazing story, like I said, guys. Congratulations to him.
You'll remember Khaman not only for his excellent rim protection at Duke, but also playing for the South Sudan team that lost to the United States by just a single point and caught the world's attention. Khaman is one of the remarkable stories of this draft.
We gotta check out that video as well. South Sudan versus U.S. team, guys. That game was a really amazing last year. It was a expedition game, and yeah, it was really amazing. South Sudan really fought a good fight, guys, at that game. And now we're gonna go back.
He grew up in Uganda after his family fled conflict-ridden South Sudan, and he picked up a basketball at 14 years old after a motorcycle cab driver stopped him walking down the street and said, "You're so tall, you should start playing basketball." You can see how much this dream realized means to him in this moment. He was discovered by the NBA Academy Africa in 2021, and talk to anyone around Maluach, Bobby, he's an even more remarkable person than he is a player, and that is saying something.
Malik, I mean, we're talking about him on the court, but certainly as a human being here, and when you look at what he's been able to do, certainly at last year at Duke, but the one story that keeps on sticking out is playing against Team USA, Kevin Durant and Joel Embiid, and seeing his mom, who he hasn't seen in years, walk down that aisle. And it wasn't those two players that intimidated him. It was that seeing his mom in the stands here, and truly one of the great stories of this year's draft.
He told our Monica McNutt yesterday, Bobby, that his parents are at home and he thinks that they'll stay a little bit past their bedtime to watch their son have this moment.
Man, look at those tears. That's what he called tears of joy, guys. Like I said, his story is very remarkable. He's really came from nothing, absolutely nothing, to make it in NBA. What an achievement, That's the first step, The next step, obviously, you're gonna have to go and prove, on the court how good he is, But guys, like I said, he's not here for no reason. He had a great reason to be at the NBA draft, 2025.
To watch their son have this moment with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
You told me yesterday that you are delusional about your dreams. Tell the truth. Did that delusion include being drafted a lottery pick in the NBA?
I mean, yeah, it included that, like me being delusional about my dreams, believing in myself that I'm going to make it to the NBA one day, and now I'm here in the NBA draft. Just got there.
We also talked about the pride and all the folks that you are representing. What do you want to say about the people that have helped you get here, and in particular your roots in Africa?
I mean, I'm here representing the whole continent. Living in Africa, I had the whole continent on my back, giving hopes to young kids, inspiring young kids and the next generation of African basketball.
Specifically to your parents, Marid and Owang, what would you say to them as they're watching at whatever time it is where they're watching?
I mean, I want to thank them so much for raising me the way they raised me, for making me such a good young man, and raising me the right way and showing me the good values of life.
There's such a joy about you, Khaman. Thank you for sharing that, and congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
Guys, that was Khaman Maluach, drafted 2025 NBA, to Houston Rockets. And guys, breaking news, he was, traded to Phoenix. So yeah, because he was just drafted, to Rockets, but then he was traded right away. If you guys know NBA draft, it's always complicated, guys. But yes, he's gonna be playing for Sun. So yeah, go to Phoenix. It's gonna be a great year for them. 2025, 2026. Yes, guys, we're gonna go check out the highlight. From South Sudan. Playing Team USA last year. Like I say, it was a friendly game, expedition. So yeah. This game, that's when people really start to learn more about him. So let's go and check out this video.
And this is a name you're going to get to know this coming season for the Duke Blue Devils. Khaman Maluach. Flying in was Davis, couldn't connect. Dang the other way.
They've done a great job balancing the floor of the USA. As I say that, they don't shut it down. That guy's back. Quick timeout. Terrific. Around the glass, good rebounder, can run the floor. Saw a block the other day by him. How about this? Send it in, big fella.
Right away.
All the way to Durham. Ringing the bell.
The quickness on defense in this international game that's so predicated on spacing. That's why Davis and Adebayo are such keys off the bench. There is this young future blue.
Guys, if you haven't watched the highlight of this game, go watch it. It's on YouTube. I think that was the best challenge Team USA really went through last year. That was a really good game. That was played in UK, England. And yeah, that was a really good game, like I said. And guys, I'm gonna give Luol Deng his flower because guys, he really saw a vision for South Sudan team, and that team really went further than everybody thought. They played in basketball World Cup, and then ended up in Olympic, and that was a massive. And here we have Khaman Maluach, being drafted to NBA. And it's gonna be playing for Phoenix. Hey, what a great vision you had, Luol Deng. So yeah, congratulations to you. Gonna go back.
Future Blue Devil Maluach.
Playing with such confidence right here. A nice little use of the bump. How about that? Screen, turn, catch.
Chances forcing them to do so. And making their first Olympics. Royale Ivy, the longtime NBA player, running this show now. Davis lost it, knocked out of bounds.
Much more of a challenge on shots. Automatic switching.
Well, that's the other thing with this lineup, a little bit more defensive versatility. Maluach, the future Blue Devil, knocks down a three.
That was Maluach playing against USA. That game was really special. Like I said, ended 101 to USA and 100 to South Sudan. Hey, what a game. Let's give some credit to Royale Ivy, coaching the South Sudan team, and he really pushed the team, for the great. And like I said, guys, this game was really mental. Was crazy. Everything was happening in that game, and South Sudan was short by one. So US won that game just by one, guys, by 1 point. And guys, also, rather than being president of South Sudan basketball, I think that was the best thing, even though he's not playing basketball anymore, he retired a long time ago. But like I said, he put his money, to South Sudan team. And, guys, he really gave South Sudan, a reason, to celebrate, going to, to the World Cup and also to the, Olympic. First ever, team from South Sudan to go to Olympic, guys. And that was a big deal, like I said. And now South Sudan is on top of, Africa basketball. Hey, what a best thing, that happened to South Sudan. Anyway, guys, we're going to go back and watch Khaman Maluach, his highlight on Duke. Let's go and check it out, guys.
Into Mutombo over Maluach. Follows his own miss. Ryan Mutombo denied.
Well, we lost his father this year, who was a great man, a great player. I know he blocked a lot of Syracuse shots. That's what he does. He takes it and goes.
Knipple, good look.
Whoa.
And good for three. Extended for Mason Gillis, getting his first time.
Good defense. Sam got to get back and control the game, and they kind of lost it.
That'll help the play. James drives it. Up top, Maluach's back on the floor. An easy dunk.
Big man.
And you got a 9
on the closeout. Get into the paint. Head up. Just throw it above the defense.
Man, KD, you got a big man, coming to play with you. Hey, Phoenix is going to be, it's going to be a good team this season coming, if KD is still, playing for Phoenix. But yeah, guys, Khaman Maluach is going to play for Phoenix 2025, 2026. Let's go.
Closeout. Get into the paint. Head up. Just throw it above the defense.
Jaden Quaintance. He was a guy who originally committed to Kentucky, and then when Calipari decided to take the job, oh my goodness! Khaman Maluach.
If you don't know the name, Khaman Maluach, watch me.
Now you know.
Oh, watch me. You know what it is, right? You know what it is.
Quaintance on the block, and that one is swatted. Maluach, another rejection, and he is fired up.
Cooper Flagg is a good shot blocker, but it seems to be Khaman Maluach is a great shot blocker.
Maluach just right over the top.
I mean, Maluach playing for Duke last year. That was really a big deal, guys, because Duke is a big college, especially when it comes to basketball. They're the best in US, and guys, Maluach playing there, I think that was a great thing happened to him. He got to learn a lot, even though he played with NBA before. He played, like I said, South Sudan versus USA, and Maluach really show who he is, and now his highlight on Duke and being drafted, man, happy for him. Let's go.
Shot blocker, but it seems to be Khaman Maluach is a great shot blocker.
Maluach just right over the top of Mutombo. And then
Well, we know he can do that.
4 and 3 in 11 minutes. Flagg will get it to him. That's not Bryant. That's different.
And that's that high screen roll.
Through the second half, Duke has allowed 4 points in the half, all on free throws, and count that bucket for Khaman Maluach. Dawson with a foul.
It was actually a nice effort to come over. He read the play, Paris Dawson, and just late. And it's certainly for the way they're calling that now. Since they changed the rule last year, Kevin, that charge rule.
You can. He's averaging over 4 turnovers, but he is an excellent.
Maluach on the offensive glass.
And he had a great impact to his own. He was a big time, a big
defender. And here's Maluach. After the ball's let go, he just erases it.
Get out of here!
Practice earlier this year, and I think it was the first practice that Maluach.
James wide open. Pops out to Proctor, and another three. Well, the lid remains on this side of the floor. Trapping half-court pressure.
Hey!
Maluach downstairs connects. He's got 10 first half.
I mean, this is just so simple. Look how spread the floor is. James just throws it up near the rim.
That's almost 2.
And guys, like I said, he was drafted to Houston Rockets, but then he was traded to Phoenix, and now he's gonna play, for the Sun. And a bit of a story, like I said, we got a few players from South Sudan who was drafted to NBA. A lot of them, came through Australia. Lulding was the first. He came through as Great Britain. So he was from UK when he was drafted to NBA. You got a few that drafted from Australia, but Maluach, I think that really came through, from Africa. I mean, Maluach probably has to be the first, coming from South Sudan, from refugee camp in Uganda to make it to NBA. Man, like I said, what absolutely, story from Maluach and his family, especially him making it here. Great, I don't know, being a humble person. You can tell he's very humble, He's so, like he's young, but he's so, talented. He knows, what he wants in life. But now his dream is true, Hey, all the best in NBA, Even though NBA could be a bit, complicated, but all the best.
Trapping at court pressure, easy lob, Maluach downstairs connects. He's got 10 first half points.
I mean, this is just so simple. Look how spread the floor is. James just throws it up near the rim.
That's almost too easy for your liking, isn't it?
Way too easy.
The first half.
I mean, you're this close and you shot 20. Paint was falling off the wall in the locker room, but that works, and that has worked all game.
Well, the foul goes against Heyman.
That is just swatted. Maluach at 7'2" from South Sudan.
And Maluach coming over, denying Quaintons. Jaden Quaintons has the ability to first down.
Man,
floats it up, Maluach.
This replay, they'd be like, right in the face. Like, get out of here.
That is just swatted. Maluach at 7'2" from South Sudan.
And Maluach coming over, denying Quaintons. Jaden Quaintons has the ability to first down.
Floats it up, Maluach will slam it home
before he recovers. And it's really difficult to help on that in the middle of the floor.
Ring on Brea, pulls up, off the front of the rim, Maluach there to lay it back in.
God, this guy.
Knipple knocked away by Williams, but Maluach for the dunk.
Monster. Boy, Cooper Flagg's made so many plays right in a row, the assist being the last of them.
Trying not to give Brea any room at all. Williams banging with Maluach, and Maluach get a piece of it. Here's Knipple. Giant lead. Maluach the finish.
It's not easy to be a lottery pick. Another nice play. It's about NIL right now.
Flag off the miss, couldn't finish. Maluach in the game, flag for 3. Maluach just right over the top of Mutombo.
Nice pass.
Nobody guards Cooper Flag. Duke with him on staff, obviously under Mike Krzyzewski for most of those years. 308 and 91. They're going to be 309, it looks like. And Khaman Maluach.
Some guys, they're 6'11", play 7'2".
Yeah.
They're long.
Yes, then that's a charge.
Against 6'8", 265, and he left it off the front end. Freak in which they've shot it better than 40% 3 times. Another tough shot by Haynes. On his way back, Proctor. Maluach fighting for the offensive board.
Pass.
And Flag draws a foul.
But part of that comes from actually getting the ball when you're open. The Duke guards, which is really Andy Ford, that isn't Maluach, has been able to make the right play, throw over the top.
And have a point for Duke. On the roll, Maluach finishes again. Come on, Maluach with 9.
As much as you can.
Maluach the lob and the finish. Duke's on the board.
The big man, what massive beast, you know, when it comes to basketball, you know, under the ring. Guys, he's going to dominate, you know. Like I say, guys, he was drafted by Houston Rockets, and then he was traded right away to Phoenix. So I'm looking forward, you know, to see what he's going to do there, guys, because, you know, obviously he's a big guy, you know, he's got a lot, you know, to bring on his game. That was his highlight on Dukes, you know, when he was playing there. And also a little bit of highlights when he played, you know, Team US, you know, when he was, you know, playing for South Sudan. And also, you know, a video of him being drafted, raised in Uganda, you know, in, you know, refugee camp. And guys, what an absolute story, hey. Like him making it to NBA. And he had a lot of people back at home that, you know, that cheering for him. The entire, you know, Africa is cheering for him. And guys, all the best for him, you know, 2025, 2026. And guys, like this video, you know, make sure you go and like this video, guys. This is what I was about. Until then, let's go.